everybody, welcome to Let's Make It About You podcast, the podcast where it's all about you. I'm your host Abby. This episode is gonna be a little personal, but I know this is a safe place and we can just say whatever. And I want people to know that it's okay to lose yourself. It is a normal thing and it's gonna happen probably to everybody. What to do when you get stuck in that place and to get yourself out of that place. So, we're gonna crack straight into it. But before we do, grab your matcha, grab your coffee. You know what time it is. Get comfy. It's a good day today and you're probably thinking, how is it a good day, Abby? It's literally just a normal day. Well, do you want me to tell you why? If you've been listening to the podcast for, well, probably since the beginning, you will know that there's building work on each side of my apartment block. And there's actually building work happening in front of my apartment block as well. It's everywhere and I can't get away from it. Anyway, the good news is there's no sound. I don't think they're doing any building work today. Like, what? It's a weekday. Why are they not doing building work? But you know what? I don't mind, because normally I have to do the episodes like really early in the morning. And my plan was to do the episode that I'm filming now tomorrow morning, but I was like, oh my god, I cannot hear drilling, I can't hear anything. And I'm like, yay. So I was like, yeah, we're gonna film. Anyway, we're gonna jump straight into it. I'm gonna stop yapping on about builders because you probably didn't press the podcast to listen to that. Have you lost yourself before? Probably. And to be honest, I have quite a few times. And you know what? It's so normal in our 20s to feel like that. We've got so much going on. 20s is our busiest decade, to be honest. We're navigating life. We've got social media to battle with. We're trying to build a career. We're starting a family, new relationships. It's actually crazy, to be honest, when you think about it. But before we get into it, I just want to say, losing yourself is not a weakness, okay? Staying there when you have lost yourself, yeah, that is a weakness, I'll be honest. But if you know and you sense that you have lost yourself, that's a superpower, that, mate. Because you know the feeling. And so you know that you can get yourself out of that. If you don't realise your emotions and your feelings, then you're stuck there. So if you've lost yourself before, or if you feel right now that you feel a bit lost, it's fine. Honestly, you're not on your own at all. Everyone has lost their self at least once in their life. And I'll tell you a little secret. Most people on social media look like they've got their life sorted. They look like they have never lost their self. They look like they've always just knew everything, what they wanted. They probably haven't. They probably have lost themselves a couple of times. Social media, people only post the best bits. But I guarantee some of the most famous people in the world have lost themselves and then come back to themselves. Oh my god. There's a magpie outside with a golf ball in its mouth. What? I'm actually shocked. No, I wish you could see this. What the hell? Okay, back to the podcast. That was very distracting. How did that even fit in its mouth? Okay. So I lost myself and I didn't really recognise myself a few weeks ago, if I'm being completely honest. We're gonna get deep into this. And I just want to tell my story because even if people look like they have their life sorted and look like they're having the best time ever, they can still be going through things, okay? So if anybody knows me, you will know that I am just not a drinker. It just doesn't do well with me anymore. I love a few drinks, but if I go over the top, it'll kill me for like a week after. And maybe that's just me getting older, but I just can't do it anymore. I can't do it. And the month of June, I went out every weekend, getting in at 3 a.m. One weekend was 5 a.m. I know, who is she, literally? That's why I just didn't recognise myself. I was like, what am I doing? I was just drinking for the sake of it, like binge drinking. I had this intervention with myself because the month of June, the month of May and June, I was going crazy. Honestly, I didn't even recognise myself. And it was because it was my birthday, it was celebrations, it was someone else's birthday. Don't get me wrong, I had such a good time. And the drinking wasn't even the thing, it was the fact that I wasn't looking after myself, I wasn't eating properly, I wasn't doing my daily rituals that I normally do that make me feel amazing and that make me feel like I can conquer the world. I had an intervention with myself and I was like, no, Abby, you are not looking after yourself. You need to sort this out. You need to feel good. And also, I am starting a business that I want to empower women to make them feel the best versions of themselves. Confidence and empowerment. And I'm not even doing that. I thought, what? Is this a sign from the universe? I need to get myself back on track so that I can help others as well. The moral of the story is I lost myself because I wasn't looking after myself. I was working loads, partying, and it gets to a point where you just sit and cry and you feel so negative that you can't do it anymore, that you have to change because you can't go on living like that. You're probably thinking, go on Abby, spill the beans. What are you doing to make you feel good? Okay, so grab your notebook, I'm going to tell you. Everybody's different and everybody has their things that they will do to make them feel good. These are just things that work for me. But I think that one of the main things before I explain anything that I'm doing is feel like you're losing yourself, come back to you, okay? Do things that you love, put yourself first. That is the main thing I want you to remember, okay? You are number one, you're going to look after yourself. The first thing that I did before I did anything was that I started back with a morning routine. Now I don't want to complicate it for myself because I've just gone 2 months not even looking after myself. And this could be you, maybe you don't have a routine or anything at the moment at all. And you got to start it slow because if you go crazy and you give yourself loads of things to do, then you're never going to do it, let's be honest. You're not. I started with getting up a little earlier, only half an hour earlier than I was getting up. Because for me, having time on my own in the morning before I talk to anyone is so important. And that's what I realised when I didn't look after myself, is that I need that alone time, just focusing on me. So I'll wake up, bring myself into the front room, meditate first, do journaling after that. And to make it nice and easy in the morning, I actually have journal prompts. So I'll do that. And then I'll have my litre of water. I'll go for a walk, come back, then I can do whatever I want. That is my morning routine. And it's nothing crazy, but journaling in the morning, I recommend it so much because writing those positive words down, those words of affirmation down on a piece of paper in the morning makes you feel 100 bucks. Like, it makes you feel amazing. And starting your day with that positivity before anything has happened just sets you up for the day. I've talked about a morning routine before on another episode, but a routine can change the game. So I started with that. Remember, it doesn't have to be crazy, just small. And doing it every day as well becomes a habit. And you just feel amazing knowing that every morning you've got something that you will do. It's just rolling out of bed thinking, oh, what should I do? And building those habits, you're building your self-trust. After I implemented and started doing the morning routines, I was like, okay, I can add a little extra to make me feel good. That for me personally was working out, moving my body at least 4 times a week. So for me, my routine now is gym 3 times a week, Pilates 2 times a week. And me, moving my body makes me feel amazing because when I move my body, I don't think about anything else. I just think about the moment that I'm in, and it just helps me relax, get rid of any thoughts. Personally, for me to feel like the best version of me is for me to look after myself and put me first. So I've actually started as well on a Sunday planning my week. So I know what I'm doing, it's written down. I actually got a whiteboard and I've written down on the whiteboard what I'm going to do, what I'm going to eat for dinner, or I'm eating for lunch. And people might think, oh, that's a little OCD, that's a little crazy. But personally, that works for me because through the week, I'm already thinking about a lot anyway with work and things. So if I don't have to plan anything and I can just look at the whiteboard and be like, okay, I'm doing that today, I'm doing this, then it just makes it a little easier for life. And it gives me more time as well to go and do things that I love. Affirmations. So I give myself 2 affirmations that I was going to say to myself every day before bed. I tell you what, if you're speaking to yourself, saying this one thing to yourself every day, to the way you think. What my affirmations were: I am confident, I can achieve anything if I put my mind to it. And I looked myself in the mirror, looked into my eyes, and I told myself, what? Things happen in the day, things happen through the week that are going to put you down. That's just life. Like, life has lots of ups and downs, and you gotta pick yourself up, and you are the person that's got to look after yourself. So you're gonna make yourself believe that you have got this, and then you'll be fine. You can do anything anyway. Still my arms if you want as well. Now you're probably thinking, oh, Abby, this is quite a lot. Like, this is a lot of things. But start small. Like I said, start with your morning routine, and then you can start to add other things in. I've got 2 last things. I made a pact to myself that I was only going to spend time with people that made me feel good and uplift me, and people that make me want to be a better version of me. I'm hanging around with people that don't want the best for me, or people that don't make me feel good, then how am I meant to feel like the best version of myself? You are who you hang out with. It's true. You are who you surround yourself with. You might not think it, but they make a big impact on your life. It's really important with who you spend time with. And sometimes you can choose who you spend time with, and that's fine. Listen to podcasts. And maybe you aren't able to be surrounded by the people that you want to be surrounded with at that moment. So I recommend listening to podcasts, because you're going to feed yourself with new information that's going to make you feel amazing, information that's going to make you better yourself, so you're learning things. When the time comes, you can surround yourself with those people that make you feel like the podcasts do. Next one is doing something that I love once a week. For you, that could be, I don't know, going to tennis, something like that. For me personally, I love dancing. Put music on and just dancing. And you know what? I recommend this for everyone, to be honest. Be on your own in a room, in your bedroom or something. Put your favourite song on, go crazy, dance like no one's watching, sing at the top of your lungs, go crazy, and you are gonna feel bloody amazing. I tell you what, you can feel so good. And this is what I say to everybody, because I'm like, music, it makes you feel amazing. And just dancing, it's like that out of body experience, isn't it? You can just be whoever you want to be and just go crazy. So at least once a week I'm doing that. Imagine me as well going crazy in my front room. Things that you love is going to bring that crazy fun spark back to you that you might have lost. And for me, that was, singing, dancing at least once a week, and cooking. I know it can be so hard for people to add these things, but if you only do one thing I say today, I want you to journal. And it doesn't have to be a proper journal where you listen to prompts. I want you to get a piece of paper and just absolutely throw words onto it. Just say anything that's in your head, write it down, get it on a piece of paper. I am doing this every Sunday. I'm just writing, scruffy handwriting, no one's gonna read it, you can throw it in the bin after, but just get all of your thoughts out of your mind and put them on the paper. Getting out of your head and just back into your body is the best way that you're going to become the best version of yourself. Because we spend so much time just living in our head, overthinking everything. And really, is that going to do anything? No, it's not. Because overthinking does nothing. Doesn't change the outcome, does it? The take from this is do things for you, do things that make you feel good, do things you love, look after yourself, have a morning routine. Small little habits will make you feel $100. I just want to say I've got myself out of that rut, so you can do it too. And if you want any advice, you know where I am. Message me on Instagram, message me in the comments. I will always be there for you guys, okay? If you need any advice. Our 20s is bloody hard. This podcast right now and you are in a little bit of a rut and you feel like you have lost yourself, I want you to just think about this, okay? How amazing it is that you have lost yourself, because you're growing into the person that you're meant to be. You're growing into a better person. So when you start working on yourself, you're going to be a stronger person. You're going to be a better person than what you were before. You're meant to lose yourself to become the person that you're meant to be. Leave that past self with you while you grow and become a new person. Positives in everything. Always there's a little positive everywhere, even when we're going through the most darkest times ever. Before I go, if you haven't already, give it a little subscribe on Spotify or YouTube, wherever you're listening to it on. Give me a follow on Instagram. It's at Let's Make It About You. On my personal Instagram, it's at Abby, ABI.R._. Along, be part of the family. But before I go, if there is something that I've talked about in this podcast that you're going to do and you're going to take on board, please tell me. Write a little comment in the comments. Tell me what you are going to use from this episode. I hope you enjoyed and I love you lots. I'll see you in 2 weeks for a new episode. Mwah! See you later.